クロスディグの中川です。 AI クエスト番外編。今回は Google I/O、Google の年に一度の開発者会議に来ています。で、基調講演でいろんな発表があったわけなんですが、まさに今 Google は全方位の戦略を言っています。OpenAI やアンソビックとは対照的です。そんな Google が今何を考えているのか、いろんな形の映像を撮ってきましたので、ぜひそういったものも含めて解説をしていきたいと思います。いよいよ基調講演が始まります。 Google の CEO スンダー・ピチャイ氏が登壇してきました。会場大歓声です。Google I/O2026 の全貌を3つのトピックで見ていきます。1つ目が AI エージェントの検索革命。 I/O の大きなテーマが全てのプロダクトの AI エージェント化でした。これは検索も例外ではありません。創業以来の最大のテこ入れです。そして2つ目がスマートグラスがやってくる。Google はこの秋に Gemini と声で会話できるスマートグラスを発売します。さらにディスプレイを搭載したメガネも開発中。私も現地で実際に体験してきました。そして3つ目が Gemini Omni は最強の動画生成 AI。 動画や画像、音声、テキストと現実世界の物理法則を組み合わせて動画を生成する最新モデルが出てきました。OpenAI が動画生成の空から撤退した中、Google はクリエイティブな分野でも攻めています。というわけで1つ目のトピックは AI エージェントの検索革命です。とにかくですね、AI エージェント祭りでした。
Introducing Gemini Spark. It's your personal AI agent that helps you navigate your digital life, taking action on your behalf and under your direction. It runs on dedicated virtual machines on Google Cloud, and it's 24/7. And yes, you can close your laptop.
一つ目がGemini Spark というジェミニの24時間動いてくるエージェントです。かなりですね、今まで AI エージェントってやっぱりその企業で働いている人とかデベロッパー、開発者の間では使われてたけども、一般消費者に広がってないんじゃないか、そんな形で今回 Google がリリースしてきました。しかし個人的には今回の本命は検索エージェントだと思っています。創業でもある検索なんですけれども、その単に情報を検索して取っていくウェブサイトを訪問するだけじゃなくて、本当になんでその情報を調べてるんだっけっていう、そもそものやりたいことを叶えてくれる、そんなAI コーディングを検索の中でもしてくれるというものが出てきました。何よりも検索ボックスが変わりました。
We're launching a brand new intelligent search box. Before, the search box was a contained space, but now it's totally reimagined with AI. It expands with your curiosity. You can ask across modalities with text, images, files, videos, and search reasons across them all. Now, this is the biggest upgrade to our iconic search box since its debut over 25 years ago, and is starting to roll out today.
Google 検索には AI による概要だったり AI モードという AI を活用した機能っていうのはすでにあったんですが、今回検索ボックスという Google 入り口そのものを Google は AI への入り口に変えたんです。30億人が使う検索というサービスが激変を迫られたわけなんですけども、これがまさに AI 時代なわけです。で、この新しい検索ボックスが何の入り口になるのか、それが検索エージェントなんです。これから AI のいろいろ体験エリアに行ってまいります。いろいろな新しい発表あったんですが、実際触ってみないと結構わからないことも多いので、いろんなものを間近で見れればと思います。
Alright, welcome to the Search AI Sandbox. So I have 4 demo options for you today for how we're bringing the latest AI capabilities to Google Search to make it more helpful. So the first option is information agents, which allow you to track updates in the real world. The second is agentic booking and calling capabilities that will allow you to find complex things in the real world. The third is building generative UI to help you visualize and simulate custom or complex topics. And then the fourth is building custom mini app experiences with anti-gravity. So let's start with updates, information agents updates. So this one I really like when I want to keep updated on something that I care about. So this one is about keeping me updated when there's new restaurant or bakery tasting pop-ups in SF, especially if it's on a weekend. So this is going to set up an information agent to monitor for these new restaurants and bakery tasting pop-ups, and it's going to give me a notification when it finds something that's relevant to this interest.
So Google automatically like search for new pop-up like periodically and
Yeah, it will be like continuously monitoring for these new pop-ups. And this one's a little bit hard to live demo because it relies on like updates in the real world. So we ran a few of these last week. So I'd love to show you some example responses from real queries from last week. All right, so here's the one for bakery tastings. And yeah, basically it's found several different bakery pop-ups over the weekend. It's also found different food and culture tastings. And it will continue to monitor this every week to find things that I care about. All right, so that's information agents. And next I'll show you another agentic capability for booking and calling in AI mode. Like if you're looking for a restaurant reservation or a hair appointment, you have to make sure it's available, it meets all your needs. So here we're looking for a pretty complex task of booking a private karaoke room. We want to find one in Chicago, Chinatown, on a specific date that can fit 9 people, and we needed to serve food all night around 8 p.m. for 2 hours. So typically, to accomplish this task, you'd go to all these different karaoke websites one by one. You'd plug in your date, your time, your number of people, you check out their food options. It might take you quite a bit of research, but now AI mode can help you check availability. And so now basically behind the scenes, AI mode is going to all these different websites and using its live browsing capabilities to click and scroll around to find karaoke rooms for your specific dates that match your number of people, looking at the food options. And this is going to take a few minutes to run. So we've preloaded a response here where it's found karaoke rooms that match your specific date, your time, 2-hour sessions. It's pulled the food options for you to look at. You can dive deeper and check out kind of the vibe of the venue. And then when you're ready to book, you can click through. And this will take you to the third-party site where you're in control of the booking. Sometimes this
like
information...
just push the
Yeah, exactly.
price
Yeah.
button thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So this is great when information is online, but we also know there's a lot of businesses that aren't online. So if you're moving out of your apartment and you need an appointment for a deep cleaning service in Park Slope, this is one where first it will kind of better understand your request, like how many bedrooms and bathrooms. You'll give the size of your apartment, and then it will offer to say like, I'll look for you online, but also I can call businesses for you if online information isn't enough. And if you're okay with that, I can also send you an email when your results are ready. So if you're all good with that, then first it will start by looking online. In this case, it only found one online appointment. And because of that, it's gonna go and call a bunch of businesses that aren't online. And in this case, it was able to reach 4 cleaning services by phone, and it will relay what these businesses said, including the cost of the cleaning, their availability. Some of them have extra costs for like stove and refrigerator cleaning. And if you want, I can also show you like behind the scenes a simulation of what this looks like on the business side, what that sounds like.
That would be great.
Sure, let's hear it. All right.
Hi, I'm calling for a customer who had some questions. This is an automated service from Google, and the call is monitored and recorded to improve our services. They would like to know what's your availability and cost for mobile deep cleaning.
The earliest would be May 14th and May 15th between 1 and 5 p.m.
Okay, and what is the cost for a move-out deep cleaning? The customer has a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment.
The 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, we start at $250, but that doesn't include stove cleanup.
Got it. Is it extra for stove or pet stains?
Yes, pet stains on carpet going to run you $50 per room, and stove cleanup is going to be an extra $75.
Okay, great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so the Google AI is actually calling the businesses and to see the information.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, this is a ongoing thing, or just a demo, or?
So this will be in response to a task from a real customer who has these needs, and then with the customer's permission, it will go call businesses. And request information.
Was this already launched?
Oh yeah, so it has been launched in US for a bunch of different services like beauty appointments, auto services, home services, pet services. Now it can call these businesses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Great.
We've got Sundar, Liz, and Korai.
Discovery is going to improve. All this is going to impact people's lives in the US as we are. This year at Google I/O we laid the foundation for, agentic transformation across our products, right? And it may have, you've heard concepts of agents in search and Gemini in our models, in Chrome and Android and so on. But ultimately, we are in this moment of technology transformation where at some point you would query, get some information back. From there, you move on having ongoing dialogue, conversation with these products, to these products being able to actually take meaningful actions and make your lives easier on that basis. That transformation is what I think people will, they look back and remember as a foundation. And I think it will work across our key products. And so I will be super excited to look back at that and actually making sure that it's worked well and empowered billions of users at scale.
Google I/O 2つ目のトピックはスマートグラスがやってくる。今回ディスプレイはねついてないんですけども、オーディオでそのジェミニと会話できるみたいなメガネがこの秋に出てくるという話が出てきました。韓国のメガネブランドジェントルモンスターとかアメリカのメガネブランドワービーパーカーと組んだおしゃれなメガネっていうのが Google 出してきます。
These are the first two designs of a bigger collection that's coming this fall.
All I have to do now is ask. Hey, can you navigate me to the place I met my friend Gianna at last week?
Hey Nishta, I've set your route to the Redwood Grove Nature Preserve from last week's hike. Want to add a stop on the way to grab your afternoon cold brew?
Yes, Gemini. I would love that.
Okay, I'm starting walking navigation with a stop at Koopa Cafe.
Gemini, can you actually put my usual order in at that coffee shop we just talked about?
Sure, I'll order you a nitro cold brew for pickup from Koopa Cafe on DoorDash.
そして AI 開発中なのがディスプレイ付きのメガネです。今回私はこちらのメガネを現地で体験してきました。スマートグラス体験コーナーに来ました。これからスマートグラス体験したいと思います。So this is the one Google announced last year or this year?
But it is a new prototype and there are new features you'll be able to go
So
through today.
with display,
With display.
not audio
Not
glass,
just audio.
display glass.
Display and audio.
Okay,
The display
okay.
is in the right eye. I'll give these to you to try on. There you go. Okay. And I gave your glasses back. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello.
I'm Lucas.
Masa.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. ルーカスさんにいろんなデモをしてもらいます。結構このブースがね大人気だったんですよ。長い列ができてました。Add go to my shopping list. これが目の前にある5の囲碁盤を買い物リストに加えてみようっていうデモですね。で実際スマホの買い物リストに加えられたっていうシーンです。そしてスマートグラスで写真を撮ってみます。 Take a picture of me and put me on the mountain. ここに撮った写真が出てます。はい。
There you go.
Okay.
Should be seeing yourself on the moon.
そして撮った写真がスマホに送られてきました。写真撮りつつ秒でナノバナナで編集されたみたいです。山の中にいます。
Can you guys take the questions? Okay. Do you mind if being a camera?
So I heard this is a new prototype different from the one the Google announced
The ones
last
today
year.
are our Google prototypes. They're not the Warby Parker monster ones that you saw on stage earlier, which are coming out.
The display glasses come in.
We're not sharing that date yet, but it will be after the other ones.
Okay. What's the difference from last year?
So this year, like the integrated apps, so being able to do things like listening to music with visual cues, as well as the AI camera, and then of course a lot of the integrated like search, navigation, all of the workspace integrations like task, sheet, calendar, all of that stuff is new. I believe we did not share that last year.
Right. I thought the display on the lenses is really hard to make. I think I can see what's on the display really clearly in the bright environment.
Yeah.
So, what's the point of making it work, the display work?
So these glasses are really meant for everyday wear, and so like obviously it's really important for it to work in regular, normal light conditions. And so I think that's the optimization that you're seeing, and glad to see that it was easy to see bright lit room.
Oh yeah.
Because that's we expect people to be wearing their glasses inside, outside, getting that everyday assistance, on the go, which definitely need that in the daylight outside for sort of like navigation help, all sorts of like reminders, tasks, all of that stuff.
Right.
We expect people to be needing this stuff when they're out and about.
So there's been improvement both from hardware side and software side, both.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
We've been making progress on all fronts in the past year since last year's demo. Integrate Gemini into the Android XR glasses.
Google I/O3 つ目のトピックは Gemini Omni は最強の動画生成 AI。動画生成、画像生成、音楽生成とか世界モデル、この辺りが全部くっついて出てきたモデルで、かなりですね、ディープマインドの出水長谷部 CEO なんかはこの出来具合にですね、強調していました。でこの辺りのですね、進化っていうのは当然その物理世界を法則を理解する必要があるそのロボティクスなどに今後応用されてくると思います。
Many of you may have heard of Banana last year, and we're generally on a journey to bring Gemini intelligence to our media models. And Gemini Omni is really the next step towards being able to do that. We're also really excited about fulfilling our promise of making Gemini truly multimodal. And again, this is sort of the next step towards that, where Gemini Omni can take in any input, so images, videos, text, audio, and right now generate video, but we're excited to bring in more output modalities in the future as well, including image generation and audio generation. So as you saw in this clip, the model is much better than our previous models in VO, really modeling the world accurately. And we think this is an important step towards artificial general intelligence and being able to really simulate the real world and also teach Waymos and robotics how to navigate the world, including in situations that they may not frequently encounter.
So for example, you need to know what's the next, see a person walking and you need to predict what's going to happen next, then in a way the model has to understand the physics of walking. If I want to take a person or an animal, in the case that you seem like a monkey and put it on someone's head, but the model has to understand how that monkey interacts with the person, maybe how it jumps. So all of that, that's what we call word modeling or understanding.
そして Google はこの Gemini Omni を基盤にした動画制作ツールを開発。その名も Flow。これが Adobe キラーとも言われているんです。去年Google I/O 行かれた後に深津さんクロスディグをお呼びして、いろんなお話聞いた時も話題になったと記憶してるんですけど、かなりそのクリエイティビティに関わるようなツールっていうのがそのフローっていうのが去年出て、で今年もジェミニオムニっていう、あれまさに
ジェミニオムニまでだし、フローのアップデートも発表されてましたね。
そうですよね。いろんなそのものを作る表現するみたいな AI ツールっていうのを他の OpenAI とかアンソロビックなんか以上に Google は重視していると思いますよね。そこはなんでこんな Google が一生懸命なのかっていうのは、
自分なりの考えで言うと Google はないデータが欲しいわけですよね。で Google さん的には YouTube なりフォトなりから、あるいは検索からも結果のデータっていうのは大量に手に入るんですよ。
作られた
完成品の、けどどう作るかとか作る時どう考えるかとか、作って戻してのプロセスとかみたいなものっていうのはそんなに出回らないわけなんですよね。そういうことを考えると一番これからデータを集めるには、作るツールを自分たちが出してしまって、どういうふうに作ってるのかっていう試行錯誤のデータが手に入れば、そこから AI モデル作る場合でもクリエイティブ作る場合でも、自分たちしか持たない貴重なデータが手に入るようになるので、ほぼこれからビッグメーカーはどんどんツールを出すような時代になっていくんではないかなというふうに考えています。
これはアドビの危機なんでしょうか。
いやアドビさんも大変だとは思いますよ。アドビさんはだからかなりマーケ側にシフトするような気はしますね、個人的には。
エクスペリエンスの方の話になってくると、でもその Google はそのじゃあ作り手の作ってる過程のデータを手に入れることで、何をしたい？
極論から言うなら結果のクリエイティブ画像だけ集めるよりも、作ってどういうふうに作るか、作る時どういうことを考えてるかの画像やデータとセットで結果画像を持ってる方が最終的に良いクリエイティブツール、良い自動生成ツールが作れるようになるから。
動画生成にしても画像生成にしてもいいものがより作れるようになる。
そういうことになるんだと思います。
なるほど。
というわけでフローとは何なのか責任者に話を聞きました。
You are in charge of Google's AI sort of production tools like Flow and Flow Music. So what does it do basically?
You can think of Flow as a creative suite for visual creation.
Could you give us a quick demo
definitely.
of how Flow works?
Welcome to Google Flow. So there's a couple parts of it that I'll show you. You can see I started talking to the Flow agent, and I just said what I wanted to do. I'd like to set a scene in the 1980s era New York City, specifically Times Square. Can you give me 5 photos that are representative of a typical Saturday afternoon in the summer in the 80s there? And you can see it made 5 different images that are all using Gemini's knowledge of the world. So both creating images, but also creating images that are grounded in real information. So for example, in this one, you can see Les Mis.
Oh, this is so 80s.
All right. I'm able to say, okay, great. I'd like to show off the era and highlight some of the key differences with the Times Square of today. Give me some storyline options. Another one is a tourist who arrives and they only have a paper map. They don't have Google Maps. They don't have a cell phone or a GPS. I loved that third one. And then I asked it to create a storyboard. And so it frames out the different beats of the story for me. The arrival, the broken link, the human seed, the neon shelter, the rendezvous. And so you can get how I go from this high level concept to an increasingly specific idea that I can bring to life. Second thing I wanted to show is around character consistency and video to video edit. So I'm going to go into a project I've been working on. So in Flow, you can now create a character. So I had 2. One is a lovely person named Jazz, and the other is, it's kind of my evil alter ego called Ominous Elias. And so for every character, they have a visual identity.
Hey there, we're introducing a new feature.
You can customize like everything about the personality and everything.
Exactly. And they don't have to be photorealistic. They could be animated. They could be animals. It could be whatever you want to be your character. And so here, I started by making a video of Jazz riding a bicycle. And all you have to do when you want to call a character, I'll show you an example of the prompt box. If I type @Jazz, it just adds my character, and I can ask for whatever I want. So in this case, I made a video of Jazz riding a bicycle in a suburban neighborhood. And then I decided, actually, I want to swap it. I want the exact same video, but I want it to be the Ominous Elias character. And so you can see that video. It's identical.
Yes.
And then I realized, actually, I think it'd be a funny mix if I brought back that miniature pincher. So I said, keep everything the same, but add a basket on the bicycle and put a miniature pincher in it. But put it in different locations around the world, in famous spots. So obviously that's in front of the Statue of Liberty, in front of pyramids, in front of the Great Wall, in front of the Taj Mahal. And you'll notice only the thing I've asked for has changed. Everything else has stayed exactly the same. So all of those are just examples of how much you can control the same character showing up the same way and making these precision edits from video to video.
Google announced about Gemini Omni at this year's I/O. So how does Gemini Omni change how you make videos, edit videos, or create something?
If we go back to Flow, two of the most important things I showed. One, how the same character shows up the same way from clip to clip to clip. It's Gemini Omni Flash that allows that. The multimodal references of an image reference, a voice reference, a text reference to describe their mannerisms, that's part of the multi in multimodal. Those are each different media types that it's able to understand and use to create the output video. Yeah. And then the second part is bringing the real world knowledge of Gemini to media generation, just like we saw with Nano Banana. One of the incredible things it unlocks is precision. So the same character with just a different background or just a bicycle with a basket instead of a bicycle without them, that level of control would have been very difficult to achieve before. So those are the two big things that Gemini Omni Flash brings to Flow and to filmmaking.
Why does Google make those production tool, music, video production tool, music production tool?
Maybe part of the reason you were surprised is this is a new product line for Google. A product line totally dedicated to creativity and creative work. It's new. Flow was the first product. Flow Music is the second. At Labs, we organize our work around a set of futures that we want to chase.
Google Labs.
And one of those futures is the future of creativity. And we think the future of creativity will be fundamentally changed by AI. A whole generation of creators that couldn't have created before can now. And the best creators can make even more incredible stories than they could before. That feels like such an important thing to help be a part of. And so that's why we're doing an entire product line under Flow around creativity.
Great. It's very interesting to hear all of that.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you so much.
というわけでここまで今年の Google I/O で発表された、あらゆる AI の進化、ジェミニの進化を見てきたわけなんですが、これだけエージェントが席巻をするという時代になると、やはり気になるのは計算資源、NVIDIA の GPU、データセンター、そういったものが足りなくなるんじゃないかという懸念は尽きないわけなんですが、スンダー・ピチャイ CEO はこう言ってます。
Look, I mean, it's an extraordinary moment in computing. The technology world, the scientists, the researchers, and the engineers always respond well to challenges. We are asking more of our compute infrastructure than ever before. One good way to say, in the past 2 years, Google has built as much compute capacity as in the prior 20 years of our existence, right? So you don't often see moments like that. That is challenging every layer of the stack. I'm excited if you look at the amount of investments we are making in new sources of energy. We are signing purchase agreements for nuclear fusion, for geothermal, for small modular reactors. We are, we've increased the pace at which we build our TPUs, right? And we are increasingly developing. I spoke about rather than only having to train in large single data centers, how we are building a virtual cluster across the globe. These are all innovations which are happening thanks to this moment. And I think, obviously, we rely a lot on supply chain from many countries in the world, and particularly in Asia. And I think they are responding very well to this dynamic moment. And I think it's going to be an extraordinary moment of innovation, economic value creation across the ecosystem, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
というわけでここまで AI クエスト番外編、私中川の Google I/O レポートをお送りしてまいりました。また次回 AI クエストでお会いしましょう。